What's up everyone, my name is Alphamimer. Let's take a look at a game called 3089, shall we? Now 3089 was developed and published by Fruits Software. It was released on Steam on January 10th. I'm just now getting to take a look at it because I'm lazy. Now, 3089 is a first-person survival type game, not unlike Minecraft, except there's not so much building, at least not in the first hour or so. Maybe there is building, I don't know, I haven't gotten to it. Let's take a look at the input controls. All of the graphics options are done outside of the game in a launcher. There's not too many graphics options to speak of, but they work just fine. You got anti-aliasing, you got VSync, resolution, that's pretty much it. You can rebind all of your keys, which is nice. I'm not going to change anything because I don't want to mess anything up. Audio config, you got your music and your sound volume separately, which is nice. And effects config, you can turn your AA, your ambient occlusion, shadows, and draw distance. You can change all that. And tune mode just changes the outlines on things. You'll see that when we get in the game. We're going to click start new game here. And as you can see, you get to choose from a couple preset classes, or you can build your own. Right now, I'm going to go with a preset class because I don't feel like messing around with any of that shaz. I'm going to enter a pilot, and our name is going to be Wes. Sure. Oh, player already exists. I guess I already made a guy named Wes. Alright, so we'll do this, and we will make a guy named Earl. Okay. So this is the opening screen of 3089. We are playing as an android in a field for evaluation for combat support and intel scenarios, as you can see. Now when it starts out, if I can just skip this, we will be airdropped onto a procedurally generated red base. This game definitely takes inspiration from other games like Minecraft. As you can see, it has a very Minecraft-esque aesthetic. Not so much blocks, but I don't know, it's just the look of it. The first thing that's very apparent is definitely the art style and the aesthetic of this game, which to me is not all that pleasing to look at, and it doesn't really do much for the game. The game is supposed to take place in a futuristic setting, thus the 3089 title. I assume that's the year that the game takes place in, but I don't know, this doesn't really give me all that much of a futuristic vibe. It gives me more of a retro vibe. Yeah, we'll just get an overlord message. This is the story, it doesn't really matter. So far I haven't paid attention to it, and he's basically just giving us tutorializations right now. But this is the world of 3089. So you have some, oh, what's up friendly dude? Again, another story exposition, not really that important. Like I said before, we start off in a friendly red base, and our objective is to murder all of the blue people. Blue people are somewhere over in the yonder, in their own separate base, waiting to be horribly destroyed. Now these are all of our pals. We can go up to them, press E on them, check out their names. That guy's name is Andrew Butler, and he is following Evelyn Reed, which is this chick, I suppose. Yep, Evelyn Reed. Alright, so this whole world is a bunch of androids that are, I guess, being tested for the same things that we are. So the first thing you want to do when you start out 3089 is go into these buildings. If you press Q, you can actually see your quest objectives. So our first objective is to buy a weapon and or interact with crates for parts. You can see these crates lying around on the dirt. We can interact with those, maybe get some parts, construct some weapons, and we'll be good to go. Then we have to find our armor. So let's just bust this bad boy open. Nothing. That's disappointing. Let's bust this bad boy open. See if there's a chip. Okay. So chips are like passive boosts. We'll get to those later. If we look at the UI of this game, you can see in the bottom left corner we have energy and we have health, which is the bottom plus sign. What energy does, I'm not too certain beyond. It's the ammo for energy weapons. Beyond that, I don't know what it does. The game doesn't really explain what energy is used for. It's set at 25% when you get dropped off from the drop pod. You can definitely charge it up to 100%, but beyond being ammo, I don't want to open that because that red crate's gonna explode and hurt me. Beyond being ammo for energy weapons, I don't know what else it does. As you see, I'm sprinting right now. It doesn't consume energy, so I don't really get it. There's a blue asshole attacking our base, but our friends will take care of that pretty quickly. Now if you see this W, that's the waypoint that's pointing us to a weapon station where we can buy something, so let's make our way over there. There is a map, And the map is pretty cool in this game. So it zooms out, gives you overhead view. We're trying to go for this place. And as you can see in the bottom left, it has stations nearby, a backup station, which is a respawn station essentially, an energy charger, weapon station, a quest station, and armor. So that's definitely where we want to go. It has all the resources that we need. So, yeah, like I said, it's a survival game. So you'll want to equip yourself for survival before you go outside of the walls of, oh sweet, a sword blade. So we will take that. There is a crafting system in this game. It's fairly rudimentary. It's fairly basic, is what I was trying to say. It's you click on two parts of a sword and you put them together, and that's about it. So let's see. We have our backup station, which we want to activate. Yes, this is a respawn location. So if we die, we'll come back there. Blah blah blah, whatever. Energy station, like I said, we can recharge our energy, but I don't really know what the point would be, because I don't know what they do for me. So let's buy a weapon. As you can see, we scroll over this, we have a rifle incomplete. That is, from the looks of it, the armrest or the hilt, the back part of a rifle that we can put together to make our own rifle. There's a dagger blade, and then there's actual complete weapons. So what we're gonna take is, what class do we choose? We chose the pilot, right? Nah, screw it. We'll just take this pistol here. So I always forget this. You have to buy ammo as well. So we'll buy an ammo crate, and then we're good to go for that. We'll get some armor. We'll buy some, sure, whatever. We'll buy this. We'll buy some pants. I don't have enough money. All right, well, that's fine for now. If you press I, you'll go into your inventory. We'll install these, this chest plate. We'll install this chip too. No, I guess not. We'll put this pistol on, and then we should be good to go. And you can see I have my gun out. This is one thing that really bothers me about this game. These crosshairs are awful. They are god awful. As you can see, I shoot. It doesn't go anywhere. It goes somewhere within that general direction of the crosshairs, but the crosshair is so freaking big that you're not really all that accurate. Now, you do have skills if you open up P. You have different skills that you can allocate points to. You get points by doing quests. And the more points you put into your gun skill, the more effective you will be with guns. But still, crosshairs, they could be reworked. They just look very low res. I don't really like them, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just an aesthetic thing that doesn't really work for me. Now, I have 89 health. I don't know why. I had 100% health before. What hit me? Did I hit myself? What did I do? Anyway, let's press Q. Find more complete armor via crates or purchasing. Alright, so we do need a full set of armor to get rid of this quest objective, but for now, we'll just go to a quest station. We'll pick up something, and I can show you how the quests progress in this game. So you can see at this station there are 12 available quests. Tagline, someone needs something, codename blah blah blah. Alright, first we get the disc, and you can see there are different task requirements for each part of a quest. This one has a D that's crossed out. That means no additional detection required. What that basically means, it's going to tell you where you get this disc from. Then after that, you kill the leader Mika, and after the leader's dead, you give the disc to Logan. You get 4 skill points for that, and you get 82 credits. So that seems like an easy enough quest. We can take that, and this Q will tell us basically where this chip is. We'll go pick that up. Now, I have one complaint about the quest objectives, and that if you press Q, you remember back when I just had the first opening quest, it just brought them up at the bottom of my screen. But when you get a real quest, it brings up this thing and it pauses the game, takes you out of all the action. I don't understand that. I don't understand why they chose to do that with the real quest objectives when they have a system that just lets the objectives scroll from the bottom and not be all that intrusive. So there's the disc. Someday something will come to get us out of these holes. I'm not sure what or how, but it will happen. I'm sure it will, bro, but for now, you're on your own. Now, this is the other queue that we need to go to, and we have to murder the hell out of some dude named Micah. It's okay, though. He's just a robot. He doesn't have feelings. By the way, how did this blue guy get into our base undetected? You guys are not very good at what you do. You can see we're gonna very inaccurately try to shoot Mika. There's no way to zoom in. There's no scopes as far as I can tell, at least not on this pistol. And the fire, well, I need to reload. That's the problem. I need to reload, but there's no reload button. It kind of just automatically does it. Ah, shit. This is not going well, guys. My biggest complaint about 3089 is definitely I'm gonna die. By the way, make no mistake, I'm gonna get murdered by Micah Carter right here, so I should probably just run. Have this turret do my dirty work for me. If you look in the top right, I remember I was talking about the UI, but I got distracted. The top right, there's a clock icon with 6 seconds. That is our time ripping ability. It's basically just slowing time. That might be pretty useful right here, actually. So let's try it. I'll pick up this time rip seconds, and then we'll do this to Micah. And we'll basically shoot some shit at him and undo it. I think only one of those hit him. Anyway, as I was saying, my biggest complaint about 3089 is definitely the combat. The combat is very lackluster, to say the least. Now, when I was initially playing through this game, I'm gonna die. No! I won! Alright, I got a sword blade for that. That's pretty cool. When I was initially playing through this game to get my first impressions, I was really mad about how bad the combat was in this game. Alright, and this is Logan here that we got to give the chip to. We'll just press E and we got quest success. So we'll get 4 skill points for that. We'll get some money. Blah blah blah, yeah, sure. And let's allocate our skill points before I go off on that tirade there. So we'll add some points to guns, since that is what I'm using right now. Oh yeah, I played about 3 different runs. This is a procedurally generated game, so once you die, you're not dead because you have respawn stations, but each run is different. You know, this base is spawned differently. There are different quests that you can pick up from those stations, and it's just, you know, it's like that red X right there is where we have to go to start the sort of main quest, but for now there is still 11 other quests that we can get from the station. But yeah, like I was saying, the combat is just so it's, you know, I feel bad for basically shitting all over somebody's hard work, and I know this game was made by, or I think this game was made by one guy, so I feel bad for just flat out saying a part of his game is bad, but the combat is just bad. I mean, like, obviously this game is heavily inspired by something like Minecraft, but the combat doesn't work the same way as Minecraft does. If you get a melee weapon, which we might just do here since we got a sword blade, we might just go buy a hilt, and I can show you the crafting system, and we'll make a sword. So basically, in Minecraft, if you have a sword, as fast as you can click, that's how fast you'll swing the sword. Same with, well, I guess in Minecraft the only ranged weapon is a bow and arrow, I think. I haven't played Minecraft in forever, so I don't really know. Are there guns in Minecraft now? Because that would be cray. Anyway, there's something in that chest. Actually, that's just a time thing. And it's kind of annoying that you can shoot crates open, you can interact with them to bust them open, but if you have a melee weapon and you try to hit them, nope, doesn't work, because bump that. Why would that work? So there's a quest station. Let's pick up another quest, and then I can hopefully buy something. So first kill the leader Hudson. Once the leader's dead, get the D cube. The crossed out K means you don't have to kill anybody else. You don't have to go on a homicidal rampage, dude. It's okay. You're just a robot. You don't have feelings. With that item, give the D cube to Lila. I didn't accept it. So let's accept that quest. And then let's go buy a sword hilt, shall we? This is 97. I have 407, so sure, whatever. I don't know what makes that sword hilt any different from any other one. Is there a crafting station here? I don't think so. Let's find a crafting station with my M key. So in there's a backup. There's consumables and energy charger quests. Okay, so right here's where I need to go, so I'll just click there to put my waypoint. The map, I really like the map system. It's really cool. It gives you all the information you could possibly need. But what I was gonna say is this spawning zone is really shitty. Let's jump into this. I chose the pilot class. I might as well show off some of the flight mechanics. As you can see, I'm just flying around, being a space badass. Now, I'm not. My left hand is completely off the keyboard. I'm not controlling this. The planes, they fly on their own. and then you can just jump out of them. As far as I'm aware, you can just jump out of them with space. You don't take falling damage, so it's all good. You're a robot. You got no knees to break. All right, let's find said crafting stations, shall we, and make this sword. There's a box here. All right, well, kill that. Nothing is in it. Chips, quests, blah blah blah. More chips. Okay, so the crafting station must be up. Let's go find it. Energy crafting. All right, workstation. So you can see, blam. Put that there, and the sword is made. Cool. So we'll put that in our inventory, and here's a sword. All right, let me show off this melee combat so you can see what I mean when I complain about the combat system. So you can see I have a normal swing, and then I can hold my right mouse button to charge it. Then I'll do a heavier swing. If I click really fast, and you can definitely hear this. Whoops. You see, I'm only swinging at a set interval. And as far as I can tell, I upgraded my melee skill a lot. This interval doesn't change. It's just gonna be like this. And that's really, it doesn't feel good. Now, I don't know if this is easy or difficult to change within programming, if you can make it so that each click represents a swing, but this doesn't feel good. Why have my melee swing set on a set interval? This just makes combat really frustrating. It makes it into a sort of like whoever hit the guy first wins type of thing. I don't know. I really don't like it. I dread. Now the combat does get harder and it gets more frustrating. Oh my god, it gets frustrating as hell. So I'm sorry for the anger outburst there, but there's these points, and when you get to the wilderness outside of these safe red walls here, there are guys that can stun you, and the stun mechanics are they're so irritating, guys. You have no idea. They are so irritating. So how stunning works in this game is that if you were running, if you were moving in any direction, when you get stunned, you'll just keep moving in that direction. You can't look any other way. You can't move any other way until the stun wears off. Screw that noise. That is no. I'm sorry, but that is not good design. It's so frustrating to just lose control of your character, and maybe I can see if I can get into some combat where the people will stun me just to show off that, but my quest marker, seemed to disappear. So I have to go under the water, under the sea, and my quest marker is here. I forgot, what is my quest? Gotta kill some dude. Oh, okay. This isn't gonna turn out well. Also, everything gets all blurry when you go underwater, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that. What we're gonna do right now is heal up really quick. So these health things, you can just keep eating. They have charges on them. If you saw that, I clicked out maybe too soon. That's a blue asshole right there, and I don't really want to deal with him. Now, being a robot, we don't have lungs, so we don't have to worry about breathing. Just so that takes off some of the annoyance and the frustration of water levels. Oh my god. Alright, so we'll kill Hudson Williams. You need to why is my melee set to a set interval? And why can't he move as fast backwards as I move forward? Oh man, he's gonna kick my ass. Holy shit. Alright. It's also not very clear. I'm so dead. It's not very clear how far exactly your the range of your melee swing is. By the way, when you die, you do lose something from your inventory. Hopefully. Okay, yeah, it wasn't my weapons there, because your weapons definitely can drop, and they don't just drop, as far as I know, they don't just drop on the ground, they kind of just disappear. So that's shitty. Maybe I should use my time rip a little bit more effectively. That might help in combat, but it doesn't get rid of the fact that the combat is still just not enjoyable at all. Like, not one bit. I'm sorry, Fruit Software. I don't mean to shit all over your game. I actually think the game has some very cool ideas behind it. Like the procedurally generated world, awesome. You know, people love this type of thing. It's what's popular nowadays. Minecraft, Terraria, every other game of that sort. Awesome. If it's implemented well, it works. And this game definitely implements it well. I mean, I have not really been past too far outside of the red base. I've gotten to the blue base, but that's about it. I don't know how far these levels go. You know what? We're already flying this way. Let's find out. That seems to be a floating island. That's probably pretty cool. We can go up there. But yeah, let's just explore. I guess that's one thing that I didn't do on my initial playthrough of this game, and that might have been a grave mistake. So let's go to this floating island up here. Seems to be a lot of blue patrols, and this might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It has blue banners on it, so it's definitely the place I want to be going. Are these enemies? They're like brown colored. Radioactive area. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Let's just bam, get out of that and see if we can do anything with this floating fortress here. Can we? I don't know. Other things that I want to say about this game, I don't know, a FOV slider would have been appreciated. You can see the gun, I don't know. It can seem too close for comfort sometimes. I got used to it after about 30 minutes of play, but when I first started up the game, I was definitely like, oh man, this FOV! God! Oh my god! Did you see how much damage that dude did? That was nutso. Alright, well, apparently that was not the smartest choice that I could have made. Anyway, let's finish one more quest, and then I will conclude this video. So yeah, 3089, my overall impressions, I think it has a really good idea behind it. It has some pretty strong RPG elements as far as getting skill points, doing quests. The quests are, you know, fairly similar that you go through. You usually are tasked to kill a guy, get a chip, give a chip to somebody, escort a dude somewhere, kill a group of guys. Yeah, they're pretty simple, but it has pretty strong mechanics in that they can be expanded on pretty well, if that makes sense. The combat is absolutely awful. I don't like it at all. I feel like it is possibly a very easy fix. This is just a heal station, by the way. I feel like it's possibly a very easy fix to remedy the complaints that I have about the combat, in the sense of just make it so each mouse click will swing my sword. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, guys. I apologize, I'm just being an idiot, but as far as I know, this is how it is. You know, you can put points into melee, but it won't change the speed at which you attack. It just changes how much damage you do with each attack. The art style, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say it's my cup of tea. I wouldn't call it uninspired or unoriginal. It's just doesn't necessarily work for me. But, you know, Minecraft's aesthetics didn't really work for me either. But I guess that's just personal opinion. To each his own. That's why, you know, that's why critiquers, is that a word? It might be a word. That's why reviewers or video game critics, that's going a little far calling myself a video game critic, but still, that's why people like us make videos instead of writing reviews. There's nothing wrong with writing reviews, but making videos, it allows you to show off the game in a more positive light, where the viewer can essentially just kind of ignore what you're saying if they really want to, and just look at the game, see if it's something that they would like, and make the decision for themselves. And that's indeed what you should do. While I have pretty negative responses to this game, you can see if this game would be something that you would be interested in, and if it is, then I would definitely encourage you to go pick it up on Steam. This was a recently greenlit game. It was successful in its Greenlight campaign and is on Steam. I believe it is still in its opening week sale for $6.99. After the opening week sale, it will go down to $10, $9.99, at least in the America. I don't know about anywhere else. Sorry, I'm an uncultured swine. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I know I said I was going to do another quest, but I won't. This has been 3089. If this looks like it's the game for you, there is a link in the description that goes to its Steam page and or possibly the developer's website. If you can, buy it on the developer's website. It probably helps them out more. They probably get more of the revenue from their website than they do from Steam. You know, Valve takes their cut and all that. My name has been Alpha Mimer. Until next time, I will see you guys later.